The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Amanda from CCIQ. I'm going to be your facilitator for today. Joining me is Andrew Taylor, our Services Support Officer here at CCIQ. Now, anyone who has submitted a government tender application would know how time-consuming and stressful the process can be. So today, Andrew is going to provide an overview of how to use the business-ready QAssure platform to your advantage and make that procurement process easier and less stressful. Now, before we start, if you want to ask Andrew a question, you can do so at any time using the chat box that appears on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. And I'll now hand over to Andrew to take you through today's presentation. Thank you.
Hi, thanks Amanda, and welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the application process in Business Ready QAssure. So what is Business Ready QAssure all about? The tips to get you through the registration process. I'm going to talk about how to register. The step-by-step process guide of the application process and why each step is important. Information that is key to winning government contracts. And the support and resources from the team at Business Ready QAssure. What is Business Ready QAssure about? The team at Business Ready QAssure are here to help you get your business ready to do work for government. How can you benefit? We are the largest ICT supplier network in Queensland with over 20,000 users per month. This is a mix of government, supplier applicants and private industry and is the best way to get noticed. We perform accreditation. We perform the due diligence on your business that is required by the QRTC framework. This accreditation will help you in your application process, putting you at the top of the pile with the government trusted process. Government procurement officers will also be able to ask you your Business Ready QAssure number and then log in and check your accreditation is up to date, making their job easier in selecting the winning tender. We will be informing you of procurement processes in our How To event series. These are government-led workshops to help get you in front of government representatives. Listing your business capabilities for exposure to the entire market. Your public profile is a key resource to be found by ICT customers, and having your business capabilities up to date and displayed will help potential customers find when you're searching. Easy content creation, saving you time and reducing red tape. With built-in auto-populated general and comprehensive contracts, you can easily start these, saving you time and duplication. Support and resources. Business Ready QAssure resources such as pre-filled templates, weekly national tender notifications, our How To event series and other advice now makes it easier to discover the world of QRTC and Business Ready QAssure. How to register through the platform. Registration is necessary for first-time users if you want to seek pre-qualification through Business Ready QAssure. If your company is already registered or has been in the past, then there is already an account set up, and due to security reasons, we cannot have two account holders for the same account. You would need to contact me to update your account holder details. So go to qassure.com.au, and at the top of the screen, you will see a button to register. The information we require is simple, so just your details, an email address to communicate with, and the ability to set your own secure password. After registering, you will receive a verification email to the registered email address, which will verify your company email and confirm you as the account holder for that company. Until this time, your email will not work as a login. The Business Ready QAssure application process. This process is needed and will capture the required information we need to perform accreditation and get you pre-qualified to work with government. Contracting for government means that you need some minimum requirements and these are checked and confirmed during this process. The application process is an 8-step process that should take no more than 10 to 15 minutes to complete. To note, if you are renewing when we recommend, you will have a pre-filled application to check before submitting, up-to-date financial and insurance information, which saves you even more time. Unfortunately, if you let your accreditation lapse, a renewal application is not an option. We will send you reminder emails close to your renewal date to the account holder. Step 1, organisation details. The steps captured in your entity details include entity type and name, trading name, your ABN or your ACN, or if you're an overseas entity, your ARBN. Registration details, so your start date, the company directors listed, and addresses. Your website. Staff details, helping to determine if you need workers' compensation. Other qualifying data, such as the size of business, annual revenue, and if you're an Indigenous or non-Indigenous business. The information helps determine that your entity is currently registered with ATSIC. If you will receive any additional weightings in the procurement process, for example, if you're a regional business, an SME or Indigenous business, and you'll also help create your supplier listing. This information is checked against ATSIC reports, your company websites, and other resources to confirm accuracy. Step 2, contact details. This section is important as it will tell government users and public searchers who to contact if they want to engage you. The contact details is the main contact of the company for all contracting decisions. This is usually the director or head of finance. Sales contact details. This is the person you wish all external leads to contact and will be listed as the sales contact on your supplier listing. It is important to note that both of these people will receive the weekly tender notification, but as we will touch on later, you can have additional staff receive this as well. Your address details. Your street address is important due to the fact that your location can sometimes add weightings if the tender is seeking regional suppliers. This address will be the address that can be searched by location in the Find Supplier section of the platform, and a Queensland address is generally the preferred option. Your postal address. This is listed if different from your street address for all communication to be sent. This will automatically be populated in your ICT Contracts and is important to include at this stage. Step 3, your organizational capabilities. Your supplier listing includes your company logo, an executive summary, and a list of business capabilities to help explain what you do as a supplier. In this section, you can add in the details that will create or update your profile, while also letting any procurement officers know when they look at your application. Your application is the key to your success, ensuring that your details are up to date and correct, as these are used for your public profile. This public profile can be found by local councils, private and public organisations, and help highlight your business as a trusted supplier in Queensland. Business Ready QAssure helps push the platform into new areas and also helps by notifying government users of new or renewing accredited members. Capabilities listed in Section 3 and also confirmed in Section 4 are in line with the framework and can highlight your business to opportunities that government is seeking. In the Finds a Supplier section of the platform, users can search for companies based on their capabilities, and for this reason, it is important to select the right ones for what you do. This will also help any procurement officers confirm your capabilities after you have applied for their public tender. Insurance details. To work with government, you need to be insured and meet the minimum requirements, such as have public and product liability insurance to a minimum of 5 million Australian dollars. and also have workers' compensation insurance if you have any staff working in Australia. This is also an opportunity to include any other insurances that relate to projects and may include cyber insurance, professional indemnity, and an umbrella coverage for whole of organisations. Checking these insurances, it is a requirement that the certificate of currency is presented, as this is proof of coverage that can be accepted. It is helpful to note that some applications have been returned for information because the insurance certificate was a tax invoice, which is not proof of coverage, or a policy schedule, also not proof of coverage. Your insurer can provide a certificate of currency upon coverage or by request at any time. Another helpful hint is the workers' compensation has no sum insurance amount, and when submitting your application, we recommend entering 0 as this field is mandatory in any pre-filled contract. Financial information, step 6. This section is another mandatory section due to needing to meet the minimum requirements to work with government. Business Ready QAssure performs a government finance check that looks at 2 years of financial data, checking net assets to be greater than liabilities, current ratio to be equal to 1 or above, and net profit margin, profit before tax. As not all companies are created equal, we have alternate options for those who cannot provide or pass this finance check. The best option is to supply 2 years of profit and loss statements and balance sheets for our accountant to check. If you pass this, we will report this on your supplier listing. If you do not pass this, we do not report this on your supplier listing. You can also provide a signed performance guarantee. This guarantee is a non-binding, as no customer is listed, guarantee that sits in your finance section as proof that you are willing to enter into one if requested by any government department. Templates can be found at the bottom of this section, where you just need to fill out the highlighted details and upload this in your financial information section. Another option is you can also provide a signed accountant's letter stating that you passed the 3 checks as mentioned before. This must be a CPA accountant external to the company, and for more information on alternate financial information, you can always contact me. Approved Party Agents, Section 7. This section is for applicants who use contractors or partner organisations to fulfil all contracts. As Business Ready QAssure is a pre-qualification stage, this step is not mandatory. However, if you know of a supplier that you will use for any contract, having their details in your application will help, as this information will be auto-populated into your QITC contract. If you are not sure or have different contractors or partners for different contracts, it is best to leave this section blank. In Section 8, you'll be asked to confirm that all details are correct and up to date. You will also have the option to select which contracting option suits you. This will show these options on your supplier listing, but will also give you access to auto-populated contracts. These will be done at a later date. As a reminder, the 4 contracting decisions for QITC are supplier terms and conditions for projects under $100,000 and with very low risk. For example, the supply of computers. General contracts for projects under $1 million and with low risk. Comprehensive contracts for projects of higher value and medium risk. For example, a new IT process or product for the government. Bespoke contracts for high value, very risky projects, usually brand new innovative projects. So the top tips when completing your application: ensure your information is correct. As everything changes, including businesses, staff, and websites, make sure your information is always up to date. You can log in at any time and edit your current application. Who is the best person to complete the application? Make sure the person completing the application is aware of government processes and the outcomes desired. Check what capabilities of your businesses are. As we have discussed, make sure your capabilities are correct, as this is the easy way for government or private searchers to find you based on what you are capable of supplying. Update your insurance certificates when they are renewed. It is easy to log in and update your company insurances as they renew, as this will keep your accreditation up to date and help if you need to auto-populate any contracts. Make sure your website is up to date and contains accurate information. Your website is a valuable resource, and I know government users will be checking this to make sure you exist, but also have the capabilities listed. Make sure your website is active, live, and up to date. When you are requiring help, you can use the BRQ help desk. Call us anytime. As you can see here, we have a supplier listing. All your information is listed for public and private to see. Here you need to update your Business Ready QAssure profile to ensure the information is up to date. The information that you input into your application is then used to create this profile. And this information is found by government users, so having accurate business information makes it easier for them to contact you. The renewal process. When you apply, your application is for a 12-month period. The reason for this is that businesses can change, and we are required to have the latest supplier listing active on QAssure.com.au. If you have not submitted an application in the last 12 months, this means that you are most likely not accredited or listed on QAssure.com.au. You can go to the Find a Supplier page and look up your business name to see if you are. Each year, your renewal date does stay the same, and we will email you to invite you to apply again, where you can easily log in and complete an auto-populated renewal application. You'll be required to fill in new insurance and financial information, as this information is key to accreditation, but you're also asked to check over all other information is correct. By having every supplier checked every year, the government knows that listed Business Ready QAssure members are up to date with the latest information and are ready to do business with. After you have applied, what is next? Accreditation will take around 5 business days. In the time, you can start receiving your weekly tender notification and other member benefits. The weekly national tender notification is a great benefit. It is national, covering all state and territories, as many businesses are looking in other markets, and we are here to help. They are specific ICT tenders. You no longer have to browse through building and construction tenders, but only see specific ICT tenders to your business. Latest releases are listed at the top, so you can see what has just come out and has come to our attention, and you can action this at the start of your week. This notification comes out the same time every week. You know when to expect it, and it can set up your processes for tendering for lucrative government contracts. It saves you time and paying someone to go through the multiple tender websites looking for work for your business. It is now all in one place and a critical tool for all Business Ready QAssure members. Are you interested in a tender? Click More Info and go straight to the advertised tender site. As you can see, having this delivered to you and your key staff every Monday is a valuable resource that helps get you ready to contract with government. After applying to be business ready, you now need to apply for tenders. And this tender notification is the best way we can communicate tenders to you, so you can get started as soon as they're released. You also need to look at building relationships. Build relationships with the team at Business Ready QAssure, log in, register for our webinars, and connect with government procurement officers advertising these tenders. Seek advice. We are here to help, and you can call us with any issues or questions you have about the application process or tenders that have been released. Seek support. Are you aware of changes in government policy and schedules for SMEs? On this page, you can see 3 of the latest releases, but feel free to contact us for more advice. And renew each year. Ensuring that your details are up to date, making sure that government know that you have just been accredited. We are here to help, so you can call us for any questions you may have. This webinar is one way we can communicate with you, but you can always contact us to ask questions, seek help and advice on such topics as supplier arrangements, contracting, tendering processes, top tips, and the requirements for working with government. So Business Ready QAssure have 2 membership options. We have the SME option, which is 360 plus GST. This gives you unlimited contact creation and expanded access to resources and services. You get accreditation, a priority listing on qassure.com.au, business support and advice, the weekly tender notification emails, and government-led workshops. Our enterprise level membership are for those organisations that need additional support and enjoy the additional weighting through the procurement process. Enterprise membership gives you all of the SME benefits, including full HR support by CCRQ, making your business compliant, a HR audit of your business, have one of our advisors on site to discuss your business with you, and a priority listing over all other members. Where to go from here? Step 1, make sure that you are listed and accredited with Business Ready QAssure, which will let government users know due diligence has been performed and that you are ready to do business. Step 2, choose the right accreditation membership for your business. As government policy states, businesses with social policies, HR support and compliance in place are weighted higher when tendering. Get your key staff signed up to receive the national tender notification. Please email me at qassure@ccrq.com.au to add additional people and make sure that all your staff and the right staff are reading this. And use Business Ready QAssure auto-populated contracts, which will save you time and make it easier for winning government tenders. Now ask yourself, how important is tendering to your business? Is having tenders sent to you useful? Do the government departments you want to work with log into Business Ready QAssure? Do you need some advice? If your business needs help or advice, CCRQ is your advocate for small business. Please contact us. Are your business capabilities up to date? Do you need to log in and check that your capabilities are correct? And do you want to come to our next How To event? All paid members are invited to our government workshops, so join up today. We will communicate when the next one is organised. That is the application process on Business Ready QAssure. I'm going to hand you back to Amanda.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Andrew, for taking the time to present today. Thank you to everyone who has joined us. I also wanted to mention we have another Business Ready QAssure webinar on the 19th of June, and it's on HR compliance within the ICT industry. We're going to have Andrew join us again with a special guest, Monica, one of our employer advisors here at CCIQ, to talk about the HR component. So we'll send a link to this webinar as well as a copy of today's recording and presentation slides later today. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.